so do you want to play football? And I was like, yeah, I'm interested. And he said, we're going a different direction at quarterback. And I was kind of shocked. Now, not shocked because I didn't think that was a possibility. Listen, of course, they want to move on, that's totally fine. But shocked because I just flew across country. You could have told me this on the phone. If we weren't even going to have a conversation, and this is verbatim exactly how it happened. So I said, huh? And he goes, we just want to know how you want it released, the messaging. And I said, verbatim, I don't give a about the message. And I said, why? And then he said, I don't want to be up in front of the room saying something and have guys looking back at you.
Interesting.
And I said, what does that even mean? Are you assuming that I would be in the back of the room during a team meeting undermining what you're saying?
That's right. We have a little breaking news. Although now it appears they've been holding it from us, and it's been broken news behind the scenes for a while. Tom Pelissero, NFL Network. Four-time NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers informed the Steelers that he will fly to Pittsburgh tomorrow, that's Friday, and sign before next week's minicamp, sources tell the Insiders, which Tom Pelissero is a part of. He continues in a follow-up tweet that contract parameters have been in place for months.
So after months and months of unnecessary talk and speculation, we finally know what's going to happen with this Aaron Rodgers situation. You kind of knew what would happen after what the Steelers did in the draft, but now it is 100% confirmed that Aaron Rodgers is going to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025, and I'm sure many of you guys feel the same way that I do. I'm skeptical. I really don't know how to feel about this move. Obviously, there has got to be some sense of relief, even though as a Buckeyes fan, I love Will Howard, and I think he can be a great player. As a rookie, I did not want him out there week one. He's got to develop and learn what life is like in the NFL first, so getting Rodgers is big, but at the same time, Aaron Rodgers is a bit of a head case. He's a strange dude, and the days of him being like an elite quarterback are long gone. This move does not move the needle for the Steelers. It does not make them a threat. This is kind of just like a bandage on the wound to stop the immediate pain, but honestly, I feel like a lot of Steelers fans wanted to go through the rebuild. Obviously, losing seasons suck, and you guys are not familiar with that, but right now, I feel like after this signing, the Steelers are back on track to have a 10-7 or 9-8 season. It feels like they are on the spinning hamster wheel, just repeating the same cycle over and over again. Obviously, I could be completely wrong. This is Aaron Rodgers, a guy with a ton of experience and a guy with a ton of arm talent. He could have just been in need of a good system and to be put back into a winning culture, and the Steelers certainly have that. And also, as I mentioned, this move is great for Will Howard. This is a great football mentor that knows the game in and out, and now the Steelers offense can go a lot of ways. But yeah, interesting move to say the least. I'm not exactly sure how to feel about it right now. I don't want to overreact immediately to this move, but it certainly is something to talk about. Before I continue on and get into what this move means for the Steelers and go over all the news and the things going on with this team, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 60,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so the Steelers quarterback room now consists of Aaron Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson. It's not really an eye-popping room, but as I said, Mike Tomlin can do a lot of things with it. Aaron Rodgers did struggle during his time with the New York Jets, but towards the end of last season, he himself started to heat up and get going. The Jets as a team just never could, due to various outlying reasons. Last season in 2024, he threw for 3,897 yards, and he of course did not play in all games, so pretty much it was a 4,000 yard season according to his pace, and he had a 28-11 touchdown to interception ratio. Obviously from the eye test, you would think he's washed with how things went and the different things that happened in New York, but his numbers says otherwise, especially freshly coming off the injury that he did at his age. This is a guy that consistently throughout his career has thrown for around 4,000 yards a season, and he has not needed mobility or anything special to do it. It has all been his decision making and his arm, and that is why I do think even at this age, he can still succeed. And he's in the perfect situation because the Steelers offense over the last 5 years has not been flashy. They have not put up big production. Really, they have just had to grind out games. So if Rodgers can come in and can throw for over 3,700 yards or something like that, maybe the Steelers really can do something, but only time will tell. And then obviously, they can use Will Howard a bit as well. Now moving on to other news going on with this team, the Steelers of course went through OTAs, and one player that is expected to break out this year after the departure of George Pickens is Roman Wilson. At 5 o'clock each morning, he woke up on Maui, the Hawaii island where he was born and raised. After packing his book bag with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, Wilson jumped onto the bus to the airport, hoping to catch the 6:30 a.m. flight to the island of Oahu, I don't know how to really say it, it's spelled O-A-H-U, to attend St. Louis School, a high school football powerhouse in Honolulu that has produced numerous college and pro players like Tua, Marcus Mariota, and Nate and Nick Herbig. To make the journey possible, Wilson's mother worked 3 different jobs, and his father, Jeffrey Wilson, got a job with Hawaiian Airlines so that his son could fly for free. But the perk came with a catch. Those were crazy times, Wilson said. I used to fly on standby, so you just get a leftover seat. It was never really guaranteed for me to get on a flight. Sometimes I would get to school late, or I'd get home really late. After a full day of school and football practice, Wilson repeated the same journey in reverse, back on a bus to the airport, more time waiting for an extra seat. One day during his freshman year, Wilson arrived at the airport after school and practice, the first flight full. He waited 30 minutes for the next flight full again. 30 more minutes later, same thing. 6 hours later, the 15-year-old was still sitting in the airport eating peanut butter and jelly, hoping for his name to get called. That was terrible, said Wilson, who to this day still hates peanut butter and jelly. The long, uncertain commute required patience and sacrifice, but as an undersized receiver from a state not known for producing skill position players, Wilson did what was required, even if unconventional, to put himself on the college scene and get his NFL dreams airborne. I never really questioned it, Wilson said. It was just something I wanted to do and was willing to do. I just did it. That commitment paid off when the Pittsburgh Steelers selected Wilson in the 3rd round of the 2024 NFL Draft. However, the familiar feeling of uncertainty returned last season. During the first padded practice of training camp, a defender rolled up on Wilson's ankle. Just as his ankle neared full strength and he began to earn the trust of the coaching staff, he tweaked his hamstring as well. A rookie season that began full of hope and expectation instead became essentially a redshirt year, testing Wilson's patience and will once again. I don't want to think too much about last year, Wilson said, clearly eager to move forward, but I definitely learned a lot. And it definitely helped to shape who I am this upcoming season. And we have seen some great things from him during OTAs. I really think him and DK Metcalf are going to become a formidable 1-2 punch, especially now that we know the Steelers are going to have a proven quarterback under center making the throws. Also, in terms of more Steelers news, Pittsburgh has signed defensive back Quindell Johnson. Johnson was originally signed by the Los Angeles Rams as an undrafted free agent following the 2023 NFL Draft. He was claimed off the waivers by the Chicago Bears before the start of the 2023 season, appearing in 9 games his rookie year and recording 1 interception. Johnson returned to the Rams in 2024, spending part of the season on the team's practice squad. He signed a reserve/future contract with the San Francisco 49ers at the start of 2025. Johnson played college football at Memphis, where he appeared in 49 games over 4 seasons. He finished his career with 320 tackles, 226 of them being solo stops, 15.5 tackles for a loss, 10 interceptions, 34 passes defensed, 4 forced fumbles, and 3 fumble recoveries. He was named First Team All-AAC in 2022 and Second Team All-AAC in 2020 and 2021. In a related move, the team released defensive back Joshua Bledsoe. So yeah, that's what's going on with the Steelers right now. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this Aaron Rodgers move. And thank you so much if you made it to this point in the video. And if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. And let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.